Hi everyone, Amy here from Never Grew Up Vacations, and now it's time to come fly with Amy. So today, this is a two-part video. So the first is I'm going to talk about my recent Disney trip, which I just got back Thursday. Technically it was Friday morning, but I'll tell you that story in a little bit. So I was in Disney World from Sunday, which was the 18th, to the 22nd, which was Thursday. So it was just a couple nights. It was 4 nights. I do prefer to do shorter trips. Typically 4 nights is perfect for me. As I'm getting older, I can't do like the 7-day parks anymore because I just get too tired. It's exhausting, right? So I'll kind of go through day by day and kind of tell you all what I did. So when I got there Sunday, I gotten kind of late. That was intentional. My flight left Philly at about 5:30. I landed, it was about 8:30 or so. I flew direct on Southwest, which tip, if you can get a direct flight nowadays, get a direct flight, especially with summertime weather. You just don't want a chance getting stuck somewhere not intended. So I went to Olivia's Cafe for dinner. I had the fried chicken, which was delicious. Always a great time at Olivia's Cafe. And that's located over at Old Key West. And then I did check in that night to the Wyndham Garden Lake Buena Vista, which is over by Disney Springs. I did post a video on my YouTube channel of the room tour, so be sure to check that out if you haven't. It's one of Disney's more great accommodations locations, so you get a lot of the same perks as if you were staying on site, and it can tend to be more cost effective. Of course, there's pros and cons to staying what's considered off-site, but you know, it's still a great option, especially if you're a family who's looking to save a little bit of money. It's a great option for you. They do offer a theme park shuttle to the parks, not as frequent as Disney, so don't think it's quite that great. But that hotel is actually walking distance to Disney Springs, so that's a nice perk too. That resort was pretty good. My room location was close to the lobby, so unfortunately that kind of worked against me a little bit. It did get noisy about 8 o'clock in the morning, which I tried to sleep in a little bit, like a day or two. But you can hear kids running, which is normal in Disney, so you know, take it as you will. They do have a nice little market inside the lobby, and they also have a Joffrey's stand, which huge benefit. I was all over that Joffrey's stand. For those of you who know me, I love coffee, and Joffrey's, my favorite, absolute favorite. It's made in Tampa. So at any rate, so I stayed at the Wyndham for 2 nights. And then my first park day was Monday. I did 2 parks in that day. The first was Blizzard Beach, which was so much fun. I also posted a YouTube video touring Blizzard Beach. This was my first time ever going to a Disney water park, and it did not disappoint. Let me just say though, some of those water slides are scary. Like, I went on the moderate ones, like not even like those crazy body slides, and this one tube ride, like I got some air and I was scared, and I'm a grown woman and I was terrified. So just be mindful that Blizzard Beach does have some scary attractions. They also do have a great lazy river, great wave pool, lots of play areas for kids, so it's definitely still for kids. And right now they're offering a great summer discount if you have an annual pass, which is what I took advantage of. So I stayed there for half the day, started to lightning, park shuts down, so I just went back and took a nap. And then I went to Epcot that night to enjoy Food and Wine Festival. So yay, Food and Wine Festival started just a couple days ago, and it's running through November, which is fantastic. Some of the food booths this year are changing throughout the duration of the festival because it's such a long stretch of time. So be sure to partake in Food and Wine because it's fantastic. The booths are great. Epcot Forever is currently playing. That's the nighttime fireworks show. That is continuing until the end of September. And then October 1st, Harmonious. Very excited for that. Also keep in mind Ratatouille is also opening up October 1st. Huge October 1st day, including the kickoff of the 50th anniversary celebration. So that was Epcot. The next day I then went to Hollywood Studios. I did get a Rise of the Resistance boarding group. I got group number 17, which I thought was really, really solid. I've gotten lower, so definitely not my best. I think the lowest I've ever gotten is like 5, which that's pretty darn good. But if you don't know how to get a Res of the Resistance boarding group, just drop a note down below and I'm happy to walk you through it because it's a process. So I got to ride that. I did get to ride almost all of the major rides there. I didn't get to ride Slinky Dog. That was by choice. The line was very long and I just didn't want to wait in the heat. But I had a great day at Hollywood Studios. That night I did go to Topolino's Terrace for dinner, which is fantastic. If you get to go, go. It's Italian, it's beautiful. It's a more signature dining experience, so it is a little bit more pricey, but definitely fantastic. The views, you can see Epcot and Hollywood Studios, like panoramic views. It's stunning. It's absolutely stunning. And that's over at the Riviera Resort. So that was my Tuesday. And then Wednesday, I ended up starting at Animal Kingdom. Oh, sorry, I forgot to tell you, after Topolino's, I actually went over to Magic Kingdom to watch Happily Ever After. So it was really exciting to be in the parks to see fireworks, and Happily Ever After is fantastic. That show is also ending end of September. I'm really sad about that. But October 1, they're starting a new fireworks show, so lots of exciting things. So anyways, continuing on to Wednesday, kicked off my day at Animal Kingdom, went to Tusker House for the first time, back since it reopened. It just reopened a couple weeks ago, and instead of buffet style, it's family style with characters, and it's really great. I think the pricing is $42 for adults. I want to say 30 something for kids, something around that ballpark. But delicious. I had Mickey waffles, which were so good, eggs, bacon, sausage, pastries, fruit, like the whole shebang. They just bring it to you, and if you want more, they just keep bringing it. Obviously, me by myself, one whole thing was fine for me, and I still didn't eat all that. But if you want to keep getting more, you can. So Tusker House was good. The safari was great. I did not get on Flight of Passage. Lines were very long, but other than that, I got on every other bigger ride. I did also watch Festival of the Lion King, which is so amazing to see. I was like clapping and cheering along. That was the first time I'd seen it since it came back. It's a little bit different. They modified it a little bit for those of you who go to Disney frequently. The gymnast monkey section was cut, which hopefully it comes back soon because that was super fun. So it's a little bit different, but still fun, lively, singing, dancing, the whole 9 yards. So that was great to see. So after Animal Kingdom, I went to Citricos for the first time ever in life. And Citricos is now themed as Mary Poppins Returns, which I love Mary Poppins, and it was amazing. Like definitely one of my probably top 5 restaurants now in Disney. Food was great, service was great. Again, that's a signature dining, so it's a little bit more pricey than your traditional table service, but worth the price. And that's located over at the Grand Floridian. And then went back to Magic Kingdom, rode a couple rides, and then I went to go watch Happily Ever After from the Grand, actually. Fun tip, if you don't want to do a park day and you still want to watch the fireworks, head over to either the Contemporary, the Polynesian, or the Grand. There's great spots by the beach that you can just stand and watch the fireworks and not have to pay to get in the park. So that's a great way to kind of save some money if you're trying to experience an extra day of fireworks. So that was Wednesday. Thursday morning, I headed back to Magic Kingdom just for a couple hours, did a couple rides. I did do Splash Mountain, which was so fun. Love that ride. And then I ended up heading over to Disney Springs. Got Gideon's, yay! I'm actually posting my taste testing video for Gideon's tomorrow. I'm gonna edit it tonight, so I'm excited to post that. Teaser, they're amazing, go figure. So I was able to get Gideon's, and then I went to Wine Bar George, which is my absolute favorite. I just love Wine Bar George. I talk about it all the time. Perfect for adults. Wine Bar George is hit or miss for kids because it is like a tapa style. So don't expect, traditional meal service. It's a little bit different, little small bites, but so good. So if you like wine and you like tapa styles, go to Wine Bar George. Fantastic every time. And then after that, I went to the airport. My flight was scheduled to leave at 5:30. And due to traditional Florida thunder and lightning storms, we got delayed 6 hours. I'm not even kidding. I was on an airplane, parked at the airport of MCO. We were like loaded, boarded, buckled in. I sat there for 4 hours, buckled in. It was a little rough. So it was not an ideal situation, but unfortunately, airlines cannot control the weather. And that's my message here at this end of this little snippet is remember, airlines can control some things, but weather is one of those things they cannot. So if this happens to you, just be patient and don't start saying things like, oh, I hate American because they're delaying us, or oh, it's Frontier and they're delaying us. Remember, it's for your safety. And I know that because my husband's a pilot. But it's for your safety, because if you get struck by lightning when you're in the air in a tin can, not a great situation. So just keep that in mind. So it was not ideal to be delayed 6 hours, but I got home. I got there safely. Kudos to the American crew they really did everything they could to keep the passengers happy. Unfortunately, just not a lot of people understand the airline stuff. So it's just, you gotta take it with a grain of salt. It's Florida weather. It thunders and lightnings and rains every hour during the summer. So you just have to, expect that and be ready for it. So I got home really late, but that was my trip. Overall consensus of the trip, I go a lot, so I have a lot to compare it to. This was not my favorite trip ever. Summertime is just brutal. I go every summer, and every summer I hate it, but I still go back every summer. So just be prepared for the heat. I'm prepared, but I'm not prepared at the same time. You gotta drink your water, you gotta get your little cooling towel, your little air conditioning fans, the portable ones that look real dorky. It's just hot, so just be prepared. Take rest breaks in the afternoon, especially when it's 100 degrees. Couple things about the parks. The parks are pretty crowded right now. So just go in and be prepared for that. Some of your lines will be an hour, some more, some will move faster than that. So you just have to go in with that expectation. As I'm sure you all know, fast passes are not back as of today. They're supposed to be coming back. We just don't know to what extent or how that whole system's going to work. So just be patient. Still remember you're in Disney. There's still so many things to do. More shows are opening up in the next couple weeks here. So still a great experience, still a great place to be. Just be prepared for that heat because it is no joke. And the other thing too, when you're starting to feel tired in the parks, account for an extra half-mile walking back to your car, because right now trams are not working. So if you do decide to park your car at the parks, there is no tram to take you back. And I will tell you that parking lot walk is like being on double hockey sticks. I kid you not, there were times I felt like I was being cooked. I felt like somebody put me in an oven and somebody was trying to actually cook me, boil me. So just save a little bit of energy for that, save some water, just be prepared for that walk. So at any rate, still a great Disney trip. I do have some other Disney trips in the works, potentially a West Coast Disney trip soon. So I'm still hashing out some of those details, but I will definitely, I think I'll be back before October 1. I'm trying really hard to make it back before October 1 because I do want to see Happily Ever After again. But if I don't, it is what it is. I do have some trips planned in the fall for Disney World and then potentially land. So we'll see about that. But at any rate, second part of the video today, I do want to make a trip announcement. Again, a mini trip. I'm the queen of mini trips because you get more of them. So I like to do mini trips more so than week-long trips. But I am going to Florida again, but I'm going to Fort Lauderdale. Woo! So I have not actually spent a lot of time in the Fort Lauderdale and Miami area. I've really only been there once for a trip, and it was for a conference for work. So I didn't really get to experience Fort Lauderdale and Miami much. Passed through the airport hundreds of times, but that doesn't count. but I'm actually spending 2 nights, 3 days in Fort Lauderdale proper. I'm flying down August 2nd, which is like 9 days from today. So I leave on the 2nd, I come back on the 4th. It's a very early flight, very late flight. I'm probably only there for like 70 hours, but I'm gonna make the most of this quick trip. When I'm down there, I'm gonna enjoy a little bit of pool time. I'll be staying at a Sheraton, and I'll be sure to provide a room tour and all that fun stuff, resort stuff, to show you what's available. I do hope to see some cruise boats while I'm down there. I do wanna take some drives down to the port because cruising is back in Miami, which is so exciting. Teaser might be a cruise in my future too, but we'll save that story for another day. So exciting to see cruise ships. I am gonna spend a day in Key Largo. I don't want to drive all the way to Key West because it is a little bit far, but Key Largo is only about an hour, 45 minutes or so from Miami. So I'm thinking about doing something there for the day. I've never been to the Keys at all, so I'm excited to do Key Largo for one day. And then we are going to check out the Hard Rock in Miami, which I'm looking forward to doing. I'll try to provide some content on that as well. And then just hoping to dine and enjoy some restaurants near the water. I don't think we'll have a Miami beach day, but I think Key Largo, we're debating doing a beach day there. So, yay, going back to Florida. Can you all tell I love Florida? Yeah, I do. Florida is great. I love it. And especially now, flights are still pretty good, pretty well priced. You got to shop around for flights. I'm actually flying American going down and JetBlue coming back, which I haven't flown JetBlue recently. So I'm excited to share some content on that too. So at any rate, that is my trip recap and my trip announcement video. Hoping to have some more trip announcements kind of soonish. As I do have trips booked for the next like 6 months, and there's a lot of them, and Sharimi fashion, right? So anyways, if you have any questions or comments or concerns, you know, about your Disney trip, let me know. I'm always happy to answer questions about Disney. If you're looking for any type of pricing for your vacation, any Florida area, really wherever you want to go. If you can't tell, I've been a fair amount of places, and I have a really good idea of what's going on out there. Feel free to reach out to me, shoot me a direct message, comment down below, and I'd be happy to help you get your next dream vacation, whether it be 2 days or 7 days. Okay, great. Hope this video was helpful to you, and until next time, happy travels. Bye.